Hi, this is Ed Bear, and this video is on my keyless keychain. That's right, I have a keychain that has no keys on it. Let's take a look. A little bit back. I keep my keyless keychain in my computer bag. It goes everywhere I go, which means it goes on airplanes. So you're not going to find any knives or pointy objects in here. It just clips on. I take it out. Okay, we're going to start with a carabiner. I am a cheap person, or I try to be, and I got this at a trade show. And a lot of people's keychains are based off of them hanging things on their carabiner. So we'll start with that. And the first thing on here is something I actually had to buy from Amazon, and it's called a Wonky. And it's a wedge that you can slide under one of the legs of a table, like at a cafe, and keeps the table from wobbling. These things work great. Actually, they work too well. The problem is that when you go, you don't realize that there's a problem with the table, and you forget that you had this under the leg, and you leave it, and then you have to buy another one. So I've taken a couple of these employee badge things, and I attach it to it. Sometimes if I need more, I attach two, and I attach that to my shoelaces so that when I get up to leave, if I forget, it snaps it and brings it with me. Now this I got at a travel show, and I love this. This is actually a plastic knife and fork set, and as you can see, I've added a little duct tape on here, and it's TSA okay because the knife is plastic. And so when I go to a fast food restaurant or someplace, and I end up those places a lot because I travel, I don't have to take a new set of plastic silverware and throw it out. I can take this when I'm done, I wash it, dry it carefully, put it back, and put the duct tape back on. Now this capsule here is waterproof. You see the O-ring there. And in here you can put medicines, or you could put money or whatever. I use it for medicine. I keep some Pepcid Complete tablets. I like those best for heartburn and acid reflux because not only do they kill the acid that you have right now in your stomach, but they have an acid blocker as well. So I find nothing more difficult to deal with when I'm traveling than acid reflux and heartburn. This I got from a dollar store, and I really thought this was going to be a cheap piece of junk. I wasn't even sure it was going to work right away. But I've had these now for about 2 years, and they last about 8 months each, and then I just put in a new one, and at a dollar a pop, I get a laser pointer as well as a little LED light, and it works surprisingly well. These are standard nail cutters, nail clippers. As you can see, this one has a file as well as an end that lets you get into underneath your nails, but they can be used to get into crevices and things. And the file here will let you file things other than just your nails, of course. And nail clippers are used for all sorts of things, including stripping wire and cutting wire. Okay, that may look familiar. You might say that's a P38, but you'd be wrong. That's a P38. This is a P51, its older brother, or bigger brother, and I just prefer having more leverage, making it a little easier to open cans. And this is probably the pointiest thing that I have on this keychain. Next, we have the Gerber Shard, and it's one of these little multi-tools that can be used to open up boxes. There's a little pry bar, the mandatory bottle opener. You've got on here a Phillips screwdriver, a couple of other things. I think it's a nice tool, but I've never used it. Finally, this is a USB drive, and it's made of metal, and I keep the important software that I need for my business on here. I shouldn't say finally, we got a couple more things. And this is a shoehorn. I'm oftentimes visiting customers or conferences and have to wear dress shoes. And this is metal, it's sturdy, And of course, it's a multitasker. It can help open your bottle of beer. This is a little screwdriver thing that I got. It was only $1, but it's got different heads, hexagons and flat heads and Phillips. And there was a bit that goes in here, but it's like, how do I carry this without losing the bit? And I would have to say right now I don't know where the bit is. All right, last but not least is this tape measure. Now the reason this is on there is very simple. It was designed as a keychain item. But the truth of the matter is that I find tape measures very handy for what I do. Not so much in software, but placing hardware items and things like that, and just knowing if things will fit. And it's got both standard and metric, and even a locking mechanism, which is kind of nifty. So that's my keyless keychain. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please click on like, and if you want, subscribe to our channel. Thank you.